Hello and welcome to highlights of the 1990 British Grand Prix, brought to you by Microprose and GP2Joey. A cornerstone of the Formula One calendar since 1950, we head to Northamptonshire and the iconic mega-fast Silverstone for round 8 of this dramatic and exciting season. This is the final year that the current layout would be used before sweeping changes are made to reduce the speeds, offer more of a challenge to the drivers and improve facilities for the fans who flock here in their hundreds of thousands to cheer the drivers on, especially the British ones. In the driver's standings, it's Ayrton Senna who leads Martin Brundle by 3 points, ahead of Nelson Piquet and Alain Prost. In the Constructors' Championship, Arrows hold a slender 3-point lead over McLaren, with Ferrari 3rd, Benetton 4th and Williams 5th. After a poor showing last time out in France, the pre-race news was all about Joey Davis and whether Williams would keep him on if he was given a racing ban by the sports governing body after his lap 71 recovery spin that almost collected 4 other cars. In the end, he was cleared, but there were significant calls of a rigged process, given that 69% of the FIA delegates had found him guilty, but they couldn't reach a unanimous penalty, with presidential candidate Max Mosley calling for a revote. In the end, Williams confirmed it would retain Davis and gave him 3 races to prove he deserved to keep the seat until the end of the season. Ligier, meanwhile, confirmed Nicola Larini would return in Germany. And upon arriving at Silverstone, Nigel Mansell said he was hopeful of a home win, and struggling backmarkers Onyx confirmed that they would be immediately exiting the sport if they failed to pre-qualify again. Friday morning's 30-minute pre-qualifying session was marred by 2 serious accidents. Firstly, to a Senna driver, Olivier Grillard, who suffered brake failure and was then hit by one of the live cars, and Alex Caffey, who slammed into the wall at Club Corner after a left front tyre failure at over 160 miles an hour. Both drivers were taken to hospital, and when the session was finally over, it was Marc Blundell in the Ligier who was fastest, ahead of teammate Eric Comas, who was probably driving his last race for the team, as Ligier were joined by Eurobrun and Bernardi in progressing into race qualifying. Caffey was then confirmed to have smashed legs, and Senna spoke of his concerns regarding circuit safety. Friday afternoon's first qualifying session saw Senna's Ferrari looking formidable and certain to take the provisional pole. The Brazilian topping the timesheets from early in the session. It was all looking good until the arrows of Brundle crossed the line with seconds remaining. The Englishman sneaking the fastest lap from under the Scuderia's nose and sending the Silverstone masses into a state of euphoria. Afterwards came news from the hospital that Grillard was in a coma, and Onyx confirmed that they were sadly out of Formula One. There was plenty of home support on Saturday afternoon as the home fans cheered the British drivers, including Derek Warwick in the Lotus and last year's winner Joey Davis, who was still struggling with an understeering Williams Renault. The 25-year-old sacrificing a better grid position and electing instead to spend the session focusing on his setup for the race itself. But it was Brundle who was the man to beat yet again, the Norfolk native pushing his Ilmore-powered arrows even faster than he had done the previous day, subsequently breaking the track record and steamrolling to his first ever career pole position. It truly was a lap from the gods, whilst further back the midfield was tight, with a second covering the field from 11th place Jean Alesi to the final qualifier Yannick Dalmas in 26th. But it was Brundle who was the man of the weekend, dedicating his pole to the fans. So it's Martin Brundle on the pole, Ayrton Senna is second with Alain Prost in third and Nigel Mansell in fourth. Row 3 sees Nelson Piquet, it's Gerhard Berger. Row 4 is Johnny Herbert and Joey Davis. With row 5, the 2 Benettons of Patrese and Nannini. Row 6, Alesi and Martin Donnelly. Row 7 is Derek Warwick and Roberto Moreno. Row 8 is Gugelmin and Nakajima. Row 9 is Boutsen and Larari. Row 10 is Capelli and Martini. Row 11 is Barillia and Marc Blundell. Row 12 is Eric Bernard and JJ Leto. And at the back it's Eric Comas and Yannick Dalmas in 26th. The cars are in position and the revs are up. It's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. Go, go, go! Brundle's away from pole position and Senna's off to a terrific start in the Ferrari as they run down the pit straight towards Cobb's Corner, the first turn. It's Brundle still ahead, Senna's in second. And look at this, that's Nigel Mansell. Mansell's taken the lead into Cobb's Corner from 4th place on the grid. Fantastic start from Mansell. Look at that, the Williams Renault, as they run down towards Beckett. Senna's fully on the attack now. He's going to try and get past his nemesis, but he can't do it. Braking into the right hand of Mansell now. He's got 0.2 of a second lead ahead of Senna, with Brundle dropping to 3rd from pole position. Joey Davis is in 5th. It's Berger in 4th. But look at this on the hanger straight now. They're up to 170 miles an hour, 175, 180 miles an hour. Into the right-hander, Mansell. He's leading Senna. Listen to the crowd cheer. That Williams Renault's absolutely dancing its way through the corners at the start of this race. What a fantastic sight to see as one of the McLarens looks like he's making a move, and so is Senna. Senna tries to pass Mansell, but he can't get through there a club. And Mansell just cuts right across the front, and that has meant that Senna's had to get a little bit out of the gas. And Martin Brundle's on the attack now, and Brundle can't get past Senna as they go past Abbey. And look at this, Joey Davis looks like he wants to have a piece of Gerhard Berger's Ferrari. Under braking into Luffield chicane. It's Davis, he's got ahead. Joey Davis, he's up into 4th place now. Terrific start from him, from 8th on the grid. But Nigel Mansell leads them over the line for the first time. The crowd is cheering. Under the Shell Oils bridge they go into Copse at 165 miles an hour. Mansell, he's got a 7/10 of a second lead ahead of Ayrton Senna. And Davis, he's on the attack. He's going to be trying to get ahead of Ayrton Senna himself now. Here we come into Beckett's. Senna, he's under attack now. Davis, is he going to sling out? I think he will. He goes for it. Davis is up into 2nd place. What a start for the Williams team. Mansell's leading. Davis is up into 2nd from 8th place. Senna drops to 3rd. Brundle is 4th. Prost is 5th. Berger's in 6th place with Nelson Piquet in 7th. Herbert 8th. Patrese 9th. Nannini in 10th.
Fantastic start from Nigel Mansell. He's really powering ahead now. 3.5 seconds to their lead. Davis is now under attack from Martin Brundle, and I think that Brundle's just got past him. He's got past Joey Davis in the arrows, and now Martin Brundle has really got to set after Nigel Mansell to see if he can close the gap down, as the 2 Ferraris look like they're embroiled and have battled themselves.
And Davis is going to be trying everything he can to get past the arrows as soon as he can. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. And there's Oscar Larari pulling off in the Eurobrun. Fire out of the back of that Porsche engine. And I think he's going to be struggling now as Joey Davis, he couldn't get past Martin Brundle. And now he's got Gerhard Berger for close company. And Berger's going to be looking to make a move now with Senna right behind the 2 of them. He's waiting and watching to see what happens as Davis just cuts across the front of Berger. Fantastic bit of defensive driving. But Nigel Mansell now, he's streaming into the lead, but the gap's been reduced now to 2.7 seconds. Brundle is definitely faster than Mansell as we ride on board with Davis now. Berger, he's on attack mode once again now as they approach down into Beckett's corner. And Senna looks like he's going to be trying to make a move on his teammate, but he can't do anything about it as Berger dives for the inside. Davis has run wide, and both the Ferraris stream past that Williams. I think Davis had to get out of that. I think he was a bit too late on the brakes there, and he's lost time, and he's lost 2 positions. Senna's up into 4th place. Berger's on the attack, but here comes Joey Davis once more. He's going to be really trying to see if he can get ahead of the 2 of them, and they're embroiled and they nearly touch. Senna thought Berger was letting him through, and he didn't. And that's given Joey Davis a chance now to spring an attack. But look at this, Nelson Piquet on Davis as they come into Abbey. He can't do anything about it. Davis just chops across the front of that McLaren. And the McLarens are really struggling this weekend as Senna looks to make a move on Gerhard Berger once more, but Berger says absolutely not. You may very well have made yourself the number 1, but I'm going to be number 1 for the moment. And that allows Joey Davis to slip through. And Nigel Mansell is still out in front. The gap, Martin Brundle's brought that down now to 1.6 seconds.
Martin Brundle looking like he's a man on a mission today. He's closed the gap down from over 5 seconds to 1.6 as Gerhard Berger and leads Ayrton Senna, who's just overtaken Joey Davis into the Luffield chicane.
Yep, Joey Davis has just lost out that position there. And that's Nigel Mansell. Mansell's out. His car's slowing. He's at Luffield. The car, he's pulling off. He's out of the race. Oh, what a shame for Nigel Mansell. He looked like he was going to be in with a shout of the win today. But unfortunately, he is out of the British Grand Prix. And that means to say that Martin Brundle is now the race leader and the crowd are cheering as he goes over the line. And Joey Davis has now got the arrows of Johnny Herbert right behind him with the 2 McLarens of Prost and Piquet. Look at this. It's a 4-way battle for the final podium place. We're on lap 16. Into Copse they come, and Joey Davis just cuts right across the front of Herbert and says, absolutely not, you're not coming past me. Herbert, he's driven a very good season so far as Brundle comes into the pits for the first of his 2 tyre stops. Wiping the visor from the chief mechanic from the Arrows team. Let's see how long this stop is going to be. He's got plenty of time. They don't need to rush it. Just nice and steady away. It's 10.5 seconds. That's a pretty decent stop from the Arrows team. Ayrton Senna now goes into the lead as he goes into Stowe Corner. Joey Davis, he's behind him in second place with Prost in third. It's PK fourth and Brundle in fifth place, having come out of the pit lane. But Davis is under attack from Alain Prost. Is he going to let Prost through? I think he will. I think Joey Davis is going to try and play the safe game today. He's got to try and make sure that no matter what happens, as long as his car's reliable, he gets a decent haul of points today, because his future could very much depend upon it. And Alain Prost now, he's pulling away from that Williams in second place. Prost, he just needs to finish today as well. He's had appalling luck so far this year, and McLaren, we understand they are really working to try and improve the reliability on their car as Ayrton Senna comes into the pits. The race leader, Ayrton Senna's into the pits. Brundle, is he going to be able to get back ahead of Ayrton Senna so that when all the pit stops are finally done, he's going to be in the lead? Let's have a look now. And there's Nelson Piquet with smoke billowing out of the back of that McLaren. I think his Honda is expired and Nelson Piquet is going to be out at the British Grand Prix. Davis, he's on full attack mode now with Alain Prost as they're coming up to one of the back markers. I think that's probably a Minardi. It could be Pierluigi Martini. It's a Lotus, and look at this. Davis is going to try and go for the gap. Davis under braking into left field. He's through. Listen to the crowd roar. Joey Davis is into first place. What a pass as Alain Prost elects to come into the pit lane.
Fantastic overtaking from Joey Davis. Prost is into the pits, Davis is into the lead, Brundle's up to second, he's 4.4 seconds adrift of Joey Davis, who no doubt now is going to be making a one-stop, and there's Jean Alesi in the Tyrrell. He's out of the race. That's a shame for him. He's driven mightily fine all season long. He was running 10th, but now, unfortunately, he's out. And there's Martin Brundle with Derek Warwick right behind him. Two British drivers. Such a nice thing to see. But Joey Davis is 5.4 seconds ahead now. He's extended his lead. Davis, we think he's going to be coming into the pits pretty soon.
And Alain Prost is in fifth place, and he's really trying to catch up to Gerhard Berger. But what's the difference between Brundle and Senna? As Davis coming up to lap one of the Benettons there. That's Riccardo Patrese, Alessandro Nannini, Davis, he slips through, and he's now extending his lead to 5.7 seconds over Martin Brundle on lap 33. What a British Grand Prix this is turning out to be. Brundle is still pressing on. The gap, 5.4 seconds. He desperately wants to win today. As Joey Davis comes into the pits for his only tyre stop. Onto the marks. Cleanly. A wipe of the visor from the chief mechanic. Let's see how long the stop's going to be. We think it's probably going to be about 9 or 10 seconds. Oh, there's a slight delay on the left rear wheel. It's 12.1 seconds for Joey Davis, and I think that's going to cost him a hell of a lot of time, because that's going to enable Brundle and Senna to overtake him. They do. Brundle's gone into the lead again. Davis is in second place, but where's Ayrton Senna? Senna's still behind him. Brundle's over the line. He's the race leader. He's got a commanding 27-second lead, and I think that if he can get into the pit lane to make his second tyre stop, he should be to the good. And it looks as though Martin Brundle is going to be in the pound seats to take this race win. Senna, he's pushing hard to try and catch Joey Davis, who we understand. We're hearing that Joey Davis has got some sort of a gearbox problem. He's managing to change down the gears okay through Stowe as Brundle comes in for his second stop. He's 31 seconds ahead of Joey Davis. We understand that Davis has got a technical problem. We understand it could be that he's stuck in fifth gear. So we're hoping that we're going to get that cleared up and confirmed shortly. But Brundle into the pits. A good stop. Davis out of Cops Corner. No, his gearbox, whatever they were, it seems to be working okay for him, because Joey Davis is now just behind Martin Brundle. And Davis, if he's got anything, he's got to try into Beckett's. Let's have a ride with him. Oh, you can hear him feathering the throttle away now. The car's still very much understeering, but he's gaining time over Martin Brundle. On the hanger straight now, Davis, the gap down only less than a second as they come down towards Stowe Corner as Brundle got some sort of a problem, because he seems to be going a lot slower. Davis is catching him hand over fist. Senna 6.4 seconds to the good as they round club, and Brundle slowed. Davis is going to pass him on the left. Davis, as they go into Abbey, listen to the crowd roar. Davis takes over the lead. Martin Brundle, he's got a loose wheel. He's got a loose left rear wheel. He's going to have to come into the pits. Oh, this is such a shame for him and the team. Derek Warwick is into the pits. And Brundle, he's got to come in again to get the tyre repaired. Joey Davis over the line. He's in the lead now. This is fantastic stuff. He hasn't even got to stop again, I don't think. Senna is 5.8 seconds as Brundle comes in and he's lost the lead. He's down into third place, but he should be decent enough to stay ahead of Alain Prost. No, he's not. Prost has now gone into third place. Brundle drops to fourth, and is he going to lose even more behind Gerhard Berger? We're on board with Ayrton Senna into the Luffield chicane. Senna, he's pushing hard. He's 6 seconds behind Joey Davis in the lead as Dalmas retires from the race. This is a fantastic Grand Prix. Herbert's still in 5th, Berger 6th, Nannini 7th. That's a Joas Porsche, and that's Thierry Boutsen out of the race. They've really not had much luck, much reliability, and there's a McLaren slowing. That's got to be Alain Prost because Piquet's out, and there's smoke billowing out of the back of his car, and Senna's on the attack. He's going to try and take the lead away from Davis as they go into Copse. He's done it! The Ferrari screams into the lead. Joey Davis drops down into second place. He's really got to try and fight to get the lead back ahead of that Ferrari.
Fantastic overtaking from Ayrton Senna as they round Beckett. Let's see if Joey Davis can manage to catch him. They're round the hangar straight.
Davis is swarming all over the back of this Ferrari. He goes to the left-hand side. Senna's going to try and protect the inside. Is Joey Davis going to try what he did in Mexico and go around the outside? He does! Davis, he's gone back into the lead. He goes round the outside of Ayrton Senna. What a pass from the Englishman. Fantastic driving. But Senna's not giving up. He's fully on the attack. Look at this. Into Abbey they go. They're side by side through Abbey. Davis is not giving an inch, but Senna takes the lead. Is Davis he's gonna try for the inside, but Senna just cuts straight across the front of the Williams. Blocks him. There's nothing that Davis can do now. As they head down towards Woodcote, Davis has got to try and get in the slipstream and see if he can get something along the main straightaway. He's going to go for it down into Copse. Senna's going to cover the inside. No, he doesn't. Davis, he slings shots into the lead once more. Fantastic. They're coming up to one of the back markers, and Senna is gaining on Davis. Round Abbey they come. Davis is a little bit hesitant. Senna's fully on the gas. He's going to try and go for the lead now. Is he going to do it? I think he has. Senna's taken the lead again. This is fantastic racing from these two. They're not giving each other an inch, but they're giving each other a mile when it comes to racing side by side. Martin Brundle is 16.7 seconds behind us. Senna, as they go to lap one of the Bernardis, and Davis, the two of them, they're still neck and neck onto the hangar straight once more. Davis, he's weaving about. He's going to try and go for the inside. He's through. Again. Fantastic bit of driving. How on earth they didn't touch each other at 195 miles an hour, we'll never know. But Senna's not giving up. We always expect him to be charging, and he's going for it again. They're side by side through Abbey, and I think the Ferrari's ahead again. He is. Davis, is he going to make a lunge and be able to make it stick? No chance. Senna says absolutely not. There's one of the LaRousses out. Flames billowing out of the back. But what a race this is, and this is giving Martin Brundle the chance now to catch up to these two. If they carry on like this, with only 8 laps to go, there's every chance that Martin Brundle may well be able to close up and take the win himself. But look at this as Davis is on the charge once more. He's going to go for the inside. He's through. Davis has taken the lead again. This is just extraordinary racing between these two. They are both absolutely flat out. No more tyre stops planned. This is literally just mono a mono. May the best man win. As Senna looks to go for the inside again, Davis just lets him have it. He didn't really put up much of a fight. Davis is really exposing himself to be a contentious driver, full of tenacity. And he's really trying to pass Ayrton Senna into Beckett. He has a look, but he just backs out of it. He's feathering the throttle now. He's going to try and stay with the Brazilian as they come down onto Hangar Straight. Davis, he's weaving about, but Senna's going to block him. Davis is going to look for the outside once more. Are they going to go side by side again? They're through again, side by side. Davis takes the outside and again takes the lead. Unbelievable. The crowd is roaring. It's on its feet, and Martin Brundle is really closing up now. The gap is only 6 seconds. And it's coming down by at least 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds a lap. You can see the two of them ahead. And Senna, he's going for it again on Joey Davis. Is he going to go defensive? I think Davis will. He goes defensive. And Senna's weaving about. He's going to go for the inside. This is the penultimate lap, but he can't do it. Davis just cuts across the front of the Ferrari. Fantastic defensive driving from Joey Davis. He's really coming of age today. And Brundle's right behind them. It's only 3.6 seconds. This is fantastic. Brundle will be hoping that these two can carry on battling like this, because it's going to give him every chance to catch up and try and challenge for the win himself.
Extraordinary racing here going on. As Ayrton Senna pushes, he's pushing and pushing that Ferrari to really try and close the gap on Joey Davis as they come over the line to start the final lap now. And Senna's going to try and go for it. Senna's going into the lead at Copse. Davis just lets him have it. I think he's going to try it. No, he was really fighting. I thought Davis might try and let Senna have it, but he's back on the attack now. He's not prepared to let that Brazilian win today in front of his home crowd. Davis is weaving about. He's going to go for it, and he can't do it. Senna just chomps across the front of the Williams. Fantastic driving from Senna. At Davis now, he's going to try again. He's right in the slipstream. He's weaving about. They're neck and neck. Look at this, Davis. He's just not got enough speed. And Senna just, as they go into Stowe, Senna just takes the lead once more. And Davis has to drop back. They're coming up to Club Corner now on the final lap. And Martin Brundle is 1.4 seconds behind them. This is extraordinary. Davis, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I think he's too far behind Senna. That Ferrari is absolutely screaming ahead now as they go into the left field for the final time. Davis, he's only half a second behind, but he's not going to be able to do anything about it. And Ayrton Senna comes into Woodcote for the last time, and Ayrton Senna wins the British Grand Prix. Fantastic race. What a drive from him. What a drive from Joey Davis. And what a drive from Martin Brundle. And what a British Grand Prix. Phenomenal race. They might have seen a Brazilian on the top step of the podium, but the 130 race day crowd were left delighted after another thrilling British Grand Prix, with two Brits on the podium in Davis and Brundle, with Herbert a fine fourth, Berger fifth, and Nannini sixth. After his superb last lap pass for the lead, Senna beamed as he accepted the winner's trophy, and Davis admitted some disappointment, but was pleased to have scored his first podium of the year, with team boss Frank Williams praising his driver for a mature drive, and Brundle was left to rue a loose wheel that cost him the dream of a home win for certain. In the championship standings, Senna now has extended his lead over Brundle to 10 points. Herbert climbs to 4th after McLaren's double DNF for Piquet and Prost, and Davis moves into 9th behind teammate Mansell. Arrows and Ferrari are now tied on 52 points in the Constructors' Championship, with McLaren 10 points adrift in 3rd. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for round 9 of the 1990 Formula 1 World Championship in Germany.